Hello and welcome to the second round here of Chosen of the Gods. First round we saw Minds On Comms Off win, so we're going to be looking out here for a victory in round 2 for No Ordinary Fool. Hopefully we'll see that. I'm joined again by Xeno.
Hello.
And right now we're playing on Arroyo, which is one of my favorite maps in the game. Cal was cooking when he made this one. Let's take a rundown through the fleets. I'll take over for this one. We'll go quiz to start with. We've got a beam destroyer here. Looks like we're playing on the bottom side of the map. Two beam destroyers actually, but both with jammers and the like, and defenders. We've got a spyglass frigate on the bottom with an adaptive radar receiver. We've got the cappers. We've got this one torp corvette, another torp corvette, third torp corvette, and then we have the cringe capper as well. Well, actually not a cringe capper. Is this a... Well, it is a cringe capper, but it's not going straight to the 8 point. I guess this one's staying in reserve for a moment. We've got two of those, and finally, we've got Esper. This is a beam VLS-3 Axford with a lot of very expensive missiles. Made by Hunter, although this is Esper 2.0, which is probably,
the enemy is
I don't know,
securing
something
zone
different.
Comet.
Moving over to Snipes, we've got two battleships. These BBs are
The enemy is
pretty...
securing zone Boxer.
Not the most strict. Ooh, interesting. They've got a standard drive rather than another buff drive here. Saving on points, I assume. Duplicates of the same BB. No PD mounts for most of the places. Only one defender on the... Yeah, so these are going to be bow on Axfords, basically. They're going to use only the front-mounted defenders to try and
The enemy is
deal with any
securing zone
incoming fire.
Eclipse.
Then
The
we've
enemy
got
is
a
securing
beam
zone Dagger.
for
These are
50
very cheap. I
Yeah.
doubt these are more than 2,000 points.
No, I'd say that these are about, and I'm putting a bet on for the post game, that these BBs are about 1850 points, maybe 1870. We'll see what happens in the post game. But moving on to a OSP, we've
The
got
enemy secured zone Comet.
groups of tugboats here. 250s on these instead of the standard 100 mils usually you see on the on MMT
The enemy
adjacent
secured zone
vessels.
Boxer.
These are MMTs. Yes, they are. We've got gun shuttles as well. Got some monitors going for the 8 point. Oh! Immediately. Oh, almost didn't manage to knock it. Deny the C cap there, but a missile did come in and kill this gun shuttle. That's a nice little pick for ANS to start the map.
The ECAP was denied as well, successfully.
Oh yes, thank you for pointing that out. The ECAP was denied. First blood, 2 Minds On Comms Off, and they've denied OSP the first cap. That is very nice. Continuing on here, we've got an EWR monitor, a CIA monitor actually. 2 CIA monitors. Is one armed with, well, not armed, but does one contain a intel center? Yep, one contains an intel center. I hope they didn't spend money on 2. They did not spend money on 2. That's a good thing to check for. Then we got some
The
more
enemy is securing zone Atlas.
EWR and Bloodhound Tug. That's interesting. Some more standard.
Those are quite hard to micro since you need to switch which one is on depending on which you want to be using.
Lots of power constraints there. Moving on to stick stack fault here, we've got 450 liner, pretty bog standard. Rapid, all rapid cycle cradles, no
The enemy is
ammo
securing
elevators.
zone Eclipse.
So they hope to just vomit fire down. They have 2 the same? Yep, they do have 2 more of these. Well, 1 more at least. Rapid. And then they've got a a plasma 250 revolver liner. Okay. I respect that.
These are I don't respect these.
Listen, it's endearing.
Because right, if they
The
were
enemy secured zone Atlas.
if they were T-81, I would kind of get it because then you could flip, fire the turrets, then flip back, fire the 250s.
Mm-hmm.
But with the C-81, which you need to have on target for a long time,
yeah, these are continuous fire weapons.
Bad. This is just straight up bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean. Well,
I will not say I'm the biggest fan of
They
that.
could sit broadside on for a while, plasma for a while, then flip around and hope that the C-56s are still functional at that stage.
And we've got one of these 450 LNs taking the entire fire of both of these two battleships. It's going to die. I mean, it's going to get back in cover, but it's not going to have a good time doing it.
More missiles flying under the map.
It's doing
here.
no damage at all in return.
Sorry, let me take a good look at this here. Yeah, no, it's going to start getting pretty badly mauled. That is, yeah, as you said, two bow-on axers worth of firepower. So that is how many? That's 16 barrels being fired right now. That's not very good.
Something like that. Yes, 16. And let's see how many AEs they have. Oh dear. Okay, no. Okay. In fairness, these only have 4 AEs in them, so you know, not as much, not as bad of a situation as it could be.
Yeah, true, but I mean, at that stage, you know, the additional ammo elevators probably. Oh, we do have beams coming in here on the A point, almost killing the shuttle, knocking out the sun drive though, so it is worthless. Looks like No Ordinary Fool did try to make an attempt on the A-cap there with all these MMTs, and decided, nope, beam, no thank you. However, oh, they lost one of the civilian reactors there, they don't have a restore for that. They're also facing the wrong direction. They didn't give any hold heading orders. They're not even using their jammers against these beams. I hope they were whenever they were fighting.
Oh dear, the monitor on E point got bloomed by the dead shuttle there, and now it is getting RPF, and it actually is hurting it quite badly because it has no armor.
Oh yes, and they do know that it's being bloomed, so they are firing that RPF. Hopefully, well, I mean, if they switch to HE, that'll be fine.
Well, they need to use RPF to red it out, because RPF has much, much higher theoretical DPM than HE does.
Mm-hmm. We got some... Oh, but it doesn't really matter too much, because we've got a bunch of size 3 hybrids coming in on those, well, on that monitor, so it's going to be finished off pretty quick.
Yes. Oh, that is perhaps a waste. In fact, that is definitely a waste.
Yeah.
6 S3H for this already kind of messed up monitor. That is not worth it.
Yeah, maybe...
Although, I mean, if it lets them sneak the E-point, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe out of an abundance of caution, and also they want the E-point because they can take it right now. Maybe I can justify that. But as you're...
Well, I don't think they realized... I actually am not sure they realized this monitor has been bloomed. I think they might have just been RPFing it because, you know, they assumed it was a shuttle or tug.
Yeah, they see a shuttle.
And then when they realized, it's a monitor,
it could have been as well.
We should kill it. Yeah.
The liner that was getting shot at earlier is down to 1 restore now. Probably going to start chain restoring, but it got mauled. All the rapid cycle cradles are dead. The reactor's gone. It's not doing too hot. Unsurprisingly, the monitor got sent to the Shadow Realm.
There was an HEKP in that strike.
Yes, there was.
And now the monitor doesn't exist. Also, the decoys from that strike lured off about maybe 15 AMMs from this tug group, which is pretty darn worth.
Yeah. Ooh, 450 AP fire. No, actually 450 HE fire coming in on the EIA monitor. That's gonna suck. It's not going to last very long. It's already lost some of its track correlators in it, but I mean, it's going to die. And the 450 BMAX is pushed up. It's pushing towards the C point. It's getting its beam almost on target on this monitor, but unfortunately, it started lowering. Well, this is going to be a full cap for Mines on, Comms off. This is quite a dominating position for them to be in.
Kind of amazing that they're getting a 5 cap when they didn't bring any fleets with no ship limits.
One of the E-cappers has died. However, they do have a second E-capper in there. The MMTs dumping all of their missiles to try and kill this thing. AMM's coming out. Will they be able to deny it? The radar is still on, but it doesn't matter. These are command to act. The jamming is really the only thing that they can use.
The enemy secured zone included.
There's the 5 cap.
To them. Yeah, 5 cap. 450 BMAX is pushing up, getting into these monitors, knocking out the main guns, boring them right now at this stage. Actually,
yeah, and this is that. Yeah, I've thought against these Astros before. They're a very interesting design because they're beam, but they've also got the full battery of secondaries plus the 450 turret, which normally I would say is a very poor idea. But they have 3 AEs, and they do put out quite a lot of firepower with those 120 secondaries.
It ends up being worth it in the end, because a lot of the time, whenever you're running these things and you run them properly, you get to your target, which is you want to kill monitors with this. This is your primary thing you want to kill these Axfords. And whenever you get close to them, you can do an obscene amount of damage.
Yes, although of course the 120s are not particularly useful against monitors.
Most certainly not. It's the 450 of the beam. It's the 450 of the beam you want. The 120s are just for every annoying little angle biter shuttle that you might have around the place.
They're quite nasty against LNs, although they take a while to do their damage against LNs with only 3 A's.
Taking a look at the E point here, unfortunately, for No Ordinary Fool, they weren't able to do anything about this cap shuttle. They are getting all their guns to bear. Although one's aux steering, one has lost its gun, they're restoring it now. And one doesn't have a reactor, so maybe it doesn't have the power. Oh, it does have the power to fire.
Yeah, no R drives in these, no R drive swapping. I think it's a very worthwhile use of 10 points personally, but you know, hey, 10 points is 10 points.
The BBs are keeping the liners' heads down. The liners can't poke up to the C point even to try and stop this cap, because they too will just get mauled by these BBs. This is just a brutal position to be in.
They will get mauled slower than they will maul this Axford, so they need to try and do something here.
Yeah.
That's fancy.
Could they spilled it and then reduce to that?
Oh,
yeah.
Someone has their microphone off. Please turn that off. Thank you very much.
I have server muted. Good man.
He's still making
Actually, I didn't. That wasn't a server mute movement. That was a regular mute, not a server mute.
Thank you very much. Technical difficulties there, ladies and gentlemen, in the audience at home. We shall be taking that person out back and shooting them after the recording. The plasma liner is now starting to poke its plasma revolver, starting to poke against the BB, but I mean, it's out of range.
It's also a plasma revolver, so you know.
Yeah. The 450 liner, but it doesn't matter. Heck P's coming in. Oh, knocking out the reactor. Killing the drive, knocking out the reactor. Oh, that's a shame.
That was not a wonderful shot. It came in at an oblique angle, so like it is useful to hit the drive and the reactor, of course, but that could have been much worse.
Yeah, that could have ended up hitting the main stack, and could have hit the reactor and the main stack, and that would have been very good for the...
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that could have gone directly through the entire ship, coring it out instantly, and it didn't do that, so that's a win.
We have an entire another set of missiles coming in, and the AMMs are throwing themselves into a rock right now.
I think these are also all hardened skin, so I don't know that... Or actually, some of them are decoy.
Maybe a mix of hardened skin and decoy. We'll ask you afterwards.
The A-Red Act ones, I think, are hardened skin. The expensive ones are decoy.
Well, not the best angle that they could have had here, but let's see what the damage looks like.
This is the worst possible angle for the HEKP.
I mean, that's a dead liner. Basically dead.
Yeah,
no
it is, but unlucky strike regardless. It could have actually killed it.
The revolver liner running away. Maybe it'll be able to save the E-cap. We'll see. But oh no, beam destroyers starting to move up and cleaning house. Ooh, this is quite a brutal match right now. Minds on Comm's offer.
This is not going well for OSP.
They decided that they want every cap, and they're taking every cap. We got some torpedoes coming in.
NSC are playing very dangerously. You know, they don't need to be doing any of this. They could just be sitting on their, 3 or 4 cap that they could maintain and winning. But hey, they want to win harder, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, I mean, the option's there for them. There's no real disadvantage, really, at this stage for them pressing the advantage that they have. because OSP does not have anything that can fight them. Ooh.
Let's see if this 250 LN can get on the beam destroyer before the beam destroyer can sneak away. I think it will. So that is probably going to be a dead beam DD. Given a single salvo from a 250 LN will easily kill the beam DD.
Yeah, there it is. It's firing away.
And nope, they're shooting at the sprinter.
Are they? Oh no.
They're shooting at the sprinter instead of the beam destroyer.
And the beam DD does.
I'm sure Crispers is very happy about that.
Yeah, probably going to be a pause fire into the drive. We'll see. What is this? Is this a pause fire or it's Oh no, it is firing on that track. Not a very good aiming angle to start with, but there we go. Oh, Battle Short is your friend. Are you going to turn on Battle Short? There we go. Battle Short is on.
Yeah, Battle Short's on it, which is
and that's a pause fire.
And there's the drives.
Like. Yep.
Yeah. And that fight is now over since this can no longer aim at Beam DD to kill it. Yeah, that is unfortunate for the side of OSP, because if they had gotten their 250s on the correct target immediately, they would have just won that fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 450 liner here that got its everything knocked out. It's being finished off by the BBs. The BBs are just still firing at them. I guess there's not a whole massive amount of micro going into them. Ooh, the 250 revolver liner is even missing most of its shots here on the stationary sprinter.
I think that's a visual track.
It is indeed a visual track. This does not have
the fact that this... Actually, okay, no, here's what it is. I think what they're doing is firing on a Huntress track, or maybe like an EWR track or something, instead of the visual.
Mm-hmm.
Which means they're just missing. And of course, it wouldn't matter even if they were hitting, because this has been bloomed. The 250 HE is going to overpenetrate and deal very little damage.
Probably expecting to see Ordinary Fool call the game here. They don't have anything that can do anything at this stage. It's just clean up now at this stage. 4 Mines on, comms off. So I think we're going to pause.
Yeah, they are not even moving their ships anymore.
And we will see everyone at the post game. Alrighty, and we are back. Right now we have both the teams here. Mines on, comms off have won this match. Mines on, comms off. How did you feel about that?
There was some fun games. The Tumbleweed was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I think we were able to dominate the space with using just a lot of rocket shuttles and Hunterball.
I tanked 3 of those rocket shuttles.
Yeah. We were hoping we could give the cover with a bunch of shuttle decoys. I don't know. It probably looked crazy on your guys' end. I don't know.
I did gather most of them because they weren't like several in formation.
Right.
Like, why would you just send just one shuttle? I know you're bringing rocket shuttles.
Yeah, already. Well, how did you guys find it? No Ordinary Fool can match my lack of tech. Oh god, I have to put that in front of me, otherwise I can't remember it. Why do you do this to me?
Ordinary Fool can lie by technique, only one and particularly dedicated to foolishness. I can't remember the full thing.
Thank you,
That's
Calmia.
the full thing. Congratulations.
Well done. Everyone, a round of applause for Calmia there. Let's go. Beautiful. Anyway, yeah, how did you find those games?
Fun.
I thought it would go worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've known for a while we were outclassed, but especially the tumbleweed game was a lot closer than we expected.
I had the formations wrong on my fleet on Tumbleweed. So I planned to have the B Maxford on E and the 2 451s on A, but it ended up wrong. So
so they were swapped. Okay. Yeah, we were really concerned about like there being a beam baby tucked away somewhere. So that's like
there was a beam CH tucked away somewhere.
There was a beam CH, yes.
Yeah, and we were noticing from the observer and the 450 Axfords being splitting up and thinking, why did they do that? So I'm glad that was not an intentional decision.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed those matches at the very least. It was very interesting to see how those how these two fleets played out. Well, yeah, two teams. Sorry, fleets. Yeah, you guys are actually fleets now. Who wants to
I
be task
mean,
force?
they are functionally fleets.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
One mind.
Besides that, I guess there's not much else to say besides thank you all for coming. I guess that's that match over. We'll be having 2 more matches tomorrow. So, good luck to everyone. Stay safe and avoid hard narcotics.